Hey y'all, I'm back working on my Mustang. Want to just show what kind of progress we've made here in the last couple weeks. Basically finished up the wiring that you can see here. Still a little bit to tuck up and clean up a bit. I ended up wiring terminal blocks for the lights, for any accessories that I need to come on when the lights come on. Had like a tack light, some things like that to wire to that. Then also for ignition power, there's a few things I want to run off of that. Gives me an easy way to add accessories. Once the dash is in here, there's a panel. I don't have the clock, I just have a plastic panel here that will be in front of this. It's easy to take out. If I ever had to wire anything else, it'll be pretty straightforward. So making some progress with the wiring. The only thing I got to do now in regards to the wiring is get the harness in there for the Hyperspark ignition that I'm going to put in, and that actually runs a wire to the fuel pump. So I'll have to run that back to the back, but otherwise looking good as far as the wiring is concerned. As far as the engine's looking, got a couple things done. Added a little block off plate there for the mechanical fuel pump, which I took off, cleaned up a little bit more. Now I'm going through and adjusting the valves and adding some push rod guide plates, some adjustable. The heads on this car, they're the old World Products Windsor Jr heads. You can see it right there. Look at that, Windsor Jr. These guys are some of the first aftermarket heads you could get for small block Fords. They are cast iron, not aluminum, but they flow better than the stock. At the time that I built this motor, it was a good option. A couple things that were not so good about them: the push rods never lined up well on the rockers, and you'd get the rockers cockeyed, not closing the valves evenly, and probably causing some wear. I know there was at least one on that side that I already adjusted that had some abnormal wear on it, but I straightened it out. Hopefully it'll be fine. Put some assembly lube on it so that it'll hopefully break it okay. This side I still got to do. As you can see, there's some rockers that I got to clean up here. What I'm doing is going through and adding these studs for a girdle. So then the other thing that was kind of sketchy about these heads or the valve springs, I guess, is there was a lot of flex in the rocker studs, which can, obviously you don't get enough lift as much lift as you would if you've got that flex in the stud. So we're putting on this guy here. Jomar makes girdles for whole bunch of heads, including the old World Product ones. So I even sent some Tootsie Rolls with my girdles. So these guys will go over top of the top part that you can see here. Sort of the extended rocker nut that will allow the girdle to go on there. So going through, doing the thing to adjust hydraulic rockers. You want to get the cylinder that you're adjusting on the base lobe of the cam on the firing cycle. So basically there's a bunch of instructions and videos on how to do that. So follow those. It's not too difficult. Basically you just get to where the push rod doesn't have any slack and you can just barely spin it, and then you tighten down quarter turn is what I've been doing with these guys. This motor also has Rhodes lifters in it, which is another old school thing to vary your valve timing. They are not fully pumped up at low RPMs. High RPMs, the hydraulic lifter will pump up all the way and give you full lift, so it kind of helps you with vacuum and down and low end power when you want that. You want that smooth idle, and you want to have some vacuum. Anyway, so didn't want to tighten them down too much on those Rhodes lifters. That's what we're working on tonight.